Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight, I'm doing my outro video for Animorphs number 9, The Secret by K.A. Applegate. And as always, this video is not intended for children. Instead, this is intended for adults who are discovering or rediscovering Animorphs. And I'm going to tell you right now, I just watched the latest episode of Westworld, and so if you've ever seen the show, you know how many theories are forming in my mind, how I'm trying to take everything in, and then it's like, oh yeah, do this. It's this video that's not related to Westworld because this episode, it's like I want to dissect the whole William having a therapy session with himself. Charlotte definitely not being on Team Dolores anymore after the end of the episode. The fact that next week we're going to finally find out Caleb's backstory. It's all just going in my mind. It's like, oh, Animorphs. And I love Animorphs, but when you see something new and you don't know where the story is going, it's crazy and insane. But anyways, we're here to discuss the top 5 things I noticed in Animorphs number 9. And yeah. And please do comment below with anything I left out, any questions you want me to answer about this book. Let's have a nice, fun, nerdy chat. So let's get started so I can then stop this and go think and rethink everything about the latest episode of Westworld. Oh, gosh. Anyway, first thing, the meaning of Datsun. In the book, we are never given an explanation of exactly what Datsun means. All we know is that it is a Yeerk expletive. We also know that the term is embarrassing to Andalites. This means that it is something that isn't considered polite across two species. It is easy to imagine that Datsun means fuck or shit, but then you have to question what word would be offensive to both species. Andalites and humans are both able to do the nasty, survive, and produce offspring that are born sometime later. For Yeerks, though, sex is a death sentence. So Andalites and Yeerks would, therefore, view sex differently. One as a pleasurable but impolite act, while the other as the survival of the species at the cost of individual lives. But that doesn't rule out Datsun meaning something along the lines of fuck. This due to Andalites believing it isn't a topic that should be talked about in polite company, while Yeerks don't believe it's polite due to its referencing death. But, maybe it does mean something along the lines of fuck, and only Andalites believe it's an impolite word, while Yeerks think of it as a good term. I believe Datsun isn't talked about again during the rest of the series, so we only have an Andalite's perspective on it. This is what I'm doing with my BA in English. I am examining cuss words in fictional universes. I bet my professors would all be proud of me. Anyways, number 2, the Termite Queen. Cassie looks all nice and kind, but she does have her very badass moments. all of the group has succumbed to the Termite Queen. Luckily, Cassie is called to make her way to where the queen is and is able to fool her own mind that the Termite Queen is an invading ant that needs to be destroyed. She is able to make the hard choice to forego her pacifism so that the Animorphs can survive. However, immediately afterwards, she is so traumatized that she demorphs as reality catches up to her. While she had saved the Animorphs, she had also doomed an entire colony of innocent termites to death. Creatures that were unaware of the war with the Yeerks and so weren't controlling the Animorphs out of evil intent, but because that's just how they are. Cassie's compassion for the termite colony is there only when her friends weren't in danger. It was only there when the problem had gone away. She is a deadly force that really shouldn't be messed with, as she can temporarily shut the compassion side of her brain off when she needs to. Number 3. Let me see. Yeah, 3. The Skunk Kits. The Skunk Kits are a really cute part of the story. Though they become a part of the story in a not so cute way. During an Animorphs attack on the Yeerks' bogus logging company, a skunk mother gets shot because the Yeerks think she is an Andalite bandit. Cassie's father is then called and Cassie helps him. While on the way to another mission, Cassie makes sure to see where the skunk kids are and does her best to remember the location. Cassie manages to get everyone involved in taking care of the kids. Marco naming the skunk babies and then getting upset because the mother skunk is going to name them differently is just adorable. It's adorable. The skunk kids helps the story retain a bit of humor to it. I do like that while there are some very, very deep subjects discussed over the course of this book, there's a bright light to help you get through the journey with a smile on your face. And now on a little bit of one of those deep topics. Number 4. Cassie's feelings about nature. Cassie is a pacifist at heart, but is forced to be a soldier. She is forced against what she wants because she knows finding the Yeerks is the right action to take. She also loves animals and knows that nature can be brutal, but it frightens her to see that brutality up close. Because of what Cassie has to do in order to fight the Yeerks, she questions what humanity's place in nature is. Throughout the course of the book, she struggles strongly with this subject. She, at one point, blames Tobias for eating one of the skunk kits before she told the group about them. Later, she discusses with an Othlit about why he would choose to hunt and kill. For Tobias, he is appeasing the hawk side of himself to feel comfortable. That the rule of nature is to survive, and that's what he's doing. He does have a point that every creature on the planet fights to survive, but there is still more to life than mere survival. And I think he knows that too. He was just too annoyed with Cassie to explain himself more. Jake points out that humans are stuck in the middle between being a victim to their nature and able to go beyond it. They are just like other animals, but they also have the ability to protect other species. Cassie adds to his point by saying that to protect other animals, they need to first defeat the Yeerks. Though she does come up with an answer, she isn't entirely happy about it. And number 5. The truth about tomato juice and skunks. So, the big question of this book is, does tomato juice actually remove the skunk stench? Yeah, like Animorphs, number 9 has all these deep subjects I could say, yeah, this is the most important question. But no, this tomato juice thing is the ultimate question of the book. Anyways, the truth of the matter is that yes and no. Yes, it will make your brain think that the stench is no longer there, and so you will be able to continue your day acting like nothing is wrong. But no, it doesn't actually remove the stench. To truly remove the stench, you will need to do something more than giving yourself a tomato juice bath. So yeah. That's the real long story short. And like one of the places I did double check for the answer was like, oh hey, if you get sprayed with a skunk or your pet does, and you can't go to the store because it's so late at night, here's to do it at home. And that home remedy thing, it did not involve tomato juice. So yeah, it's a lie. Again, part of my childhood is revealed to be a lie. So what about you? What are the top 5 things you noticed in Animorphs number 9, The Secret by Kay Applegate? And remember, don't post any major spoilers for later on in the series. I'm hoping against hope that people new to this series discover the series via these videos. So yeah. And so, what is the next book I will be reading in the Animorphs series? It's going to be Animorphs number 10, The Android. And there was an Animorphs TV show episode based very, very, very loosely on this book. So if you've seen that episode, yeah, you're not going to be prepared at all for what's going to happen in the book. You'll be prepared for a little, but yeah, that episode is one of the reasons I just really love the TV show, because the TV show I can understand the special effects budget, but then when they try to make everything a little bit happier, yeah, no, and that episode adaptation definitely suffered from that. So yeah, if everything goes according to plan, the intro video for my dramatic reading of Animorphs number 10, The Android, will happen on Friday. So I hope you are all staying safe and sane, and that you're able to bear the week-long waits between new episodes of Westworld if you are also keeping up with that show. And if actually you are keeping up with that show, comment down below with what you think, that'll be revealed about Caleb's backstory. My husband and I sort of do believe that Caleb might actually be Sirach's brother. I came up with actually a crazy theory while watching the latest episode of Westworld of who exactly Caleb could be. That's probably more insane than him being Sirach's brother. So yeah. I might have another Westworld video out. I don't know. It's depending how much I can contain myself. And until next video, goodbye. And again, scripts there, feeds here. I love my life. Bye. Bye. Okay, I still have to look at what I'm pressing. Sorry. Bye.